everybody, this is Jean. Welcome to my craft space. Today I'm doing the 100 Things project, numbers 11 to 15. This is a little envelope book that I made ages ago, and the binding never really worked, the spine didn't work. So I'm dismantling it here. The envelopes are all still joined together, and that saw the method done by Marta from Maremi Small Art. So here I'm reassembling it. I've covered it in with a jelly print, and I've put the original cover inside, make it more sturdy. And then I'm using washi tape to reinforce the edges and to do the spine. I've put bits of watercolour card inside. I've labelled the back to show what sort of watercolour card it is. Haven't never really done watercolour, but I am going to try, and I thought if I had some small pieces I could do some small trials, and so this can be my watercolour trial book. It's full of envelopes, so there's lots of space to slip in the little watercolour cards. This is number 12. I had a load of Twinshies 2" by 2" pieces, but I never really quite knew what to do with Twinshies. I found this magnetic tape and I decided to put the magnetic tape on the back of the Twinshies and use them as fridge magnets. I mounted them on card to start with, and I've got a magnetic board in front of me when I'm working that I just stick up notes to myself on. But the magnets on cards, they weren't really strong enough to stick to that magnetic board, and so I decided to mount them on foam, very thin fun foam instead, because that's much lighter. So that's what I did, but I later did find that they actually stick to the fridge better than they stick to the board. So this is a vegan life magazine. I'm not a vegan, I'm a vegetarian who's now started to eat fish because I'm not very good at cooking and nutrition and so on. So I'm covering the vegan life book here with a paper towel that I've used as for spraying. It was the background for spraying. I've just stuck it down with Mod Podge, and then I Mod Podge over the top. For the spine I'm using a piece of homemade washi tape which was made on masking tape. And then I use washi tape to reinforce the edges and to reinforce some of the pages inside. I'm going to do that on all the pages eventually. So inside the book, I spent a few happy evenings in front of the television using up. I had a drawer full of scrapbooking paper scraps, and I decided to use them all just by sticking them on the pages. So I've stuck pages together, and then I've stuck the scrapbook scraps on top of the pages, and it's made a very, very sturdy journal with really nice thick pages, and I have started to paint over some of them. I've no idea what I'm going to do with this one, but what I am going to do is to do something more to the cover. I'm also going to make another one, so watch this space, it'll be another thing, and I'm going to use all the bits of plain white paper that I've got and stick those in, because it's a really good way of making the pages really thick and sturdy. And if I use white paper, I'll be able to gesso and use it more like a journal that hasn't got anything in it. Right, now I've got loads and loads of these bits of orange card, and I want to use them for something. They are already cut to this size. So I'm attaching a napkin here with Mod Podge, going over it with Mod Podge, turning the edges in, and then you don't see it, but I stick that other piece of orange paper on the back to make it a bit thicker, because this is going to be the cover. Stamping the word shopping on it, because I'm intending it to be for like a shopping list. Now I have this machine, and it uses these plastic binding combs to bind books together, or pamphlets together. I bought it for a particular project years ago, and I've only used it for that one project. So I thought I would see if I could use it to use up some of the bits of card. I'm cutting up old envelopes here. I've chosen envelopes that haven't got anything written on them so that the paper can be used to make shopping lists, because actually that's what I use my envelopes for, is to write shopping lists, but I thought it might be quite nice to turn them into little booklets. So you stamp holes in the paper and the covers, and then the machine helps you to thread them onto the plastic cone. So here's a shopping list, here's a to-do list, and I didn't do that many of them. I wasn't all that happy with the decoration, but as you can see, I've got lots more card, loads more plastic combs, and so I will do another project on this at a later stage when I have a think about how I'm going to decorate them a bit better. Now, this was an idea that I got from Barb, Owen, and I will put the link to that underneath. This isn't just ordinary paper. These are stickers, but just whole page stickers. And I've gessoed, as you can see, and now I'm stamping. I think this is an indigo blue texture stamp. I think I've also used a script stamp, and then I'm doing some smaller stamping on top. I didn't show all of it. And then I've chosen groups of 3 colours of paint. This one is green and blue and turquoise, I think, and just spreading them on with a baby wipe in a random sort of way over the stamping, which I did dry. And then that's a blue and turquoisey one, and yellow. No, it's that green gold, I think it is. This is a red and orange pinky one. And I put metallic on all of them. This is copper. I did put gold on one and silver on one. I don't show all of them. Then I stamped. You can see here I've done circles and hexagons in different colours, and now I'm doing dots with the end of an eraser pencil with an eraser on the end. So I'm doing white dots. And then when the papers were finished, I cut them up into strips, all different widths. And this is the turquoise one, which has got silver on it. And then I've got a load of these cards, which are postcard size, already cut to size. So this is where the Barb Owen bit came in. She made cards like this, sticking them diagonally, and then in various different patterns. And they're very, very colourful. I wanted some sort of decoration on them, so I thought they're so colourful, the only thing that'll show up is a black silhouette. I did that, which is a sort of log cabin pattern, and I did this, which is like bricks, and I think that was my favourite. So again, this is something I'm going to do more of and count it as another thing, but much later on, I think. So that's the end of my 100 Things challenge numbers 11 to 15. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll just say hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.